Here's our motor that we got pulled. It's definitely rough. It's definitely been sitting out in the weather. Let's see what this air filter looks like. Not too terrible. This muffler's definitely gonna go. I don't even know if this is for a fuel gauge. Huh. It's full of water though. That's kind of cool. I've never seen a fuel gauge on one of these. We gotta get the oil drained out of this crappy water out. So go ahead, let's take the muffler off real quick. Just get that out of the way. And this heat shield bracket. Where's my drill? Let's get that so we can see what we're doing. This is probably a 12.5 for the muffler. It is a half. Oh, you know what? The whole stud's spinning too. That's annoying. Look at that. Good gasket though. Gasket's perfectly fine. We will put a nicer, cleaner exhaust on this guy. Maybe even this one if it fits. This is for a Predator though. Nope, won't fit. See how our stud came out? Anyway. Go ahead and drain this first. Oh, that's a lot of water. This block might be done for. We'll see. We will see, I guess. There's a shit ton of water in there. It's not locked up, so I guess it's savable. Man, that's a lot. Well, we'll let that drain for a little bit. Alright, so we got our tank off. We got that crappy water out of it. The tank's probably going to have to be switched out with another tank I have. We're going to remove all this like we usually do. Crack this open, see how bad the water damage is inside. We do need to go ahead and get this guy off. Our throttle assembly here. Oh yeah, our carb is so gummed up it's probably not savable. Man, it smells terrible. Let's go ahead and let's just set this outside for now. We'll need to grab us another carb from some other stuff we have. We can go ahead and get this linkage apart because we're going to be taking the governor out of this. I think the governor arm's locked up. Nope, it was the throttle that was locked up. I couldn't tell earlier if this was locked in here or if it was locked up on this end. It's definitely that. Let's go ahead and crack this and see how gross it is inside. These tins. Oh yeah, she's on there. Look at all that water pouring out. There's water everywhere. That drip onto there. Jesus. This motor's gonna be quite the pain to work on probably. We're gonna need to buy another seal probably too, because this one I'm not seeing this come off without ripping, but it looks like it might be coming off without ripping. Let's go ahead and get this little piece loose. See if we can save the seal. That'd be really cool. Seeing as we tore up the last one we did. And I had to put a new seal. Let's see here. Go. good my light is for you guys since the sun's going down. Oh, the whole crank's coming out. Whew. Oh yeah. It's all there though. Doesn't look too terrible. Definitely could be in better shape, but set that aside. We're gonna set the valve lash and all that anyway, so we'll get in there and see what the hell's going on here in a minute. See how it feels at TDC. Sounds like it's grinding a little. Definitely water got up in that head, but seems to be moving pretty freely, so might just run it and see what happens. So let's go ahead and get this governor out of here. So there's clearly something going on at the neighbor's house, but we're gonna go ahead and remove this. As you can see, I had sludge all down in here that we got out, just black sludge. So definitely had a lot of water sitting in it. Got our cam out. Alright. Really need that spring. Go ahead and get that off. We'll need that in a little bit. Alright, so let's get this like we always do real quick. That way we can at least get this motor back together today. Put these in the not gonna use bucket. I'll just throw them over here for now. Alright, then we're gonna need to pry this open. Dang, this one's crushed on there. Let's try a smaller one first. There we go. Alright, boom. So there's that. Toss that with the other one we took out the other day. Alright, there's our pin, washer. This is all crap we're going to use. This is all crap we're not using. Alright, let's cut this little guy off of here real quick. Let's see if we can just pull this guy right out. We're hitting right there. Right, there we go. And don't forget that washer right there. Boom. Alright, I got it loose. Getting that stupid C-clips out of off the governor's shaft is always the hardest part. Got it. Now I just gotta pull this governor out. Should come right out. It's pretty loose. Bingo. Just gotta clear everything. There we go. Second governor out. Last 2 days, so we're making progress quick on bikes. I gotta get that stupid washer, and then we are done in this section of what we're doing. There you go. All the internals are done. Governor's removed. Gonna get this back in. Make sure it's lined up. Oh, there it is. TDC. Dots lined up. Gotta tap this and throw the cover back on, and we'll be done for just today. We'll pick this back up when I have time to clean this carb, and then we'll throw it back on the bike. And that'll be it. Alright, we're tapped. Back together. This did not have an oil sensor like most Bajas. So it's pretty much back together. Get a muffler for it next. clean up the carb, throw it back on the bike, and that's it. We'll check up here at the valve lash and everything too. So we're going to steal the float and needle out of this one. Let's put it into that one. This carb was messed up for some reason. I don't really remember why, but it's the same carb. So I'm actually going to use this carb, which is practically new. And we'll see if it works. If not, we have a backup with that one. So far, so good. Alright, so we are putting a Predator tank on this motor because it will fit. There we go. Well, that doesn't fit. I gotta get a better clip. Alright, got this tank on. Throw the screws in it real quick. Then we'll make a throttle. Then we'll be ready to put it back on the bike. That's about it. I think some mini bike guys just went by. If y'all could hear that. Tins in the front. Alright, throttle. So we saved our throttle rod. You guys have seen me do this a number of times now, but I always like to show it because people always ask online. This is how I do it. Get it lined up. Mark it with a Sharpie. Bend it over in the vise. Check it out. Test it. And just keep messing with it till you get it perfect. First bend. Need to bend it a little more, actually, it looks like. Yep. What happened is this bend is a little too far that way. It needs to come this way a little because it's not letting the throttle open all the way when it is on the return. So, guess we'll have to flatten it real carefully. Make another bend. So I usually get this first try, but that's how far I'm moving it. From the first dot to the second dot. Alright, that one's a lot closer. I went ahead and marked my second bend for up here. So we're going to bend that direction. So you can see that's the old dot, first dot, and then this is going to get bent that way. This whole thing's getting bent. And that's your throttle. So there's it all bent. We're going to trim the excess because it's hitting when I'm trying to put it under the tank. Now you gotta find your bits. Alright, so there's your, gotta fine tune it and get it bent how you want, but now, as you can see, this is closing all the way and opening all the way. So there's your throttle setup again, if you guys haven't seen my other videos doing it. real last step besides putting oil in it. Which y'all don't have to watch me put oil in it. Great fit. Well, I wasn't going to show you all this, but this thing's stuck on here. I'm going to have to hit it with a hammer. No real damage. They're just dirty. So, we will just set our lash and go about our day. Alright, we've gotten this whole thing hooked back up. A little bit of gas in it, oil. Let's see if we can get it to kick over. Okay. Make sure everything's on. Alright, back to the last stage, just getting this buttoned up, put back together. I'm gonna tighten this chain up, throw our new clutch on, get all our covers back on, and we'll go take it for a test ride. So you can see we use the Predator tank. The only problem with this is the gas cap's right under this faux tank. So, might figure that out later. A better way to fill that. I have a flexible funnel, so works out fine. Original air box we're gonna use. It seems fine. Everything else is pretty much buttoned up. So we saved this chain. We'll probably have to replace it soon. This is new. New clutch. Alright, let's put our two covers on and we'll be done. Alright, I decided real quick, since this is clearly bent out, the edges here, we're going to heat gun them and just bend them in a little bit to make sure it sits correctly. Alright y'all, got it all buttoned up. Side cover fits perfect. Everything seems to go. Headlight works. We had to tape it right here. We had a short because somebody had it down here between the stop peg for the turn, and it messed it up. So now everything should work. Brakes work. Let's see if it'll start. No problem. Filled it up with gas and got gas everywhere. We got to figure out something else for the gas. Smooth throttle. Tighten this tank down. Gone. Can't go through all that. Seems to be handling it really well. Get some more mud. Running amazing. Goes real straight too. Something's making a noise back there. I think it's because we got it real wet. Brakes work real good. Real well. Let's do a damage report. Spin that down.